Hey guys, I wanted to show you one of my, well, maybe not one of my favorite stores, but I think one of the coolest stores. It's behind me. Vermont Salvage is what it's called, and we're gonna do a walkthrough in there with Bandit. It's right here, so we're gonna head in and I'll show you. All right, so this is just inside the door, and you can see all the amazing treasures they have. So looks like a lot of different clawfoot tubs, sinks, these huge windows. And one awesome thing is this building is an old, I guess it's right next to the railroad station, so I think it's an old warehouse for groceries that would get unloaded off of the trains. So what I think they do is they just take in a lot of old vintage pieces from some of the older homes and barns that are being rebuilt, and you can see all the different types of things they have. So windows, doors, sinks, some stained glass stuff. Looks like these big farmhouse sinks are really popular. That'd be awesome to have. Some of the prices are out of my range, but I think it's amazing, some of the stuff you can find here. So if you are looking for something, I think you come here and you have your measurements and you dig into what they have, because their inventory is constantly changing. So you can see just amazing things. Some of it I think is probably overpriced, but I don't know where else you'd find some of this stuff all in one place. I'm definitely going to get some windows to replace the windows that are in my building. Some of them are broken, but also I need some windows. These look good. That would go upstairs on either end of the building. One of the windows upstairs doesn't open, so I think I'm going to need one that'll open for getting a cross breeze. And mostly I'm just going to walk through and point out things that I think are cool. And if you see something, it's kind of like a treasure hunt. Just let me know what you see, and comment down below if there's anything you see that's of interest. There's all kinds of things. There's 3 floors of this building, so we'll go up and down and investigate. Just really a maze of treasures, a lot of old stuff, windows, some really huge windows that must be from like a barn. Some in here are, probably 15 feet tall in places. So some nice furniture, some nice windows, some brand new windows that must be from like old construction that never got put in. Some really great trim pieces and that sort of thing. Again, more of these big farmhouse sinks, spiral staircases. And these are some of those big kind of looks like barn doors in the back there. Different parts and pieces to sinks and clawfoot tubs. And some bowling alley wood that would be nice for like a countertop. Not sure what they're charging for that stuff. And of course, more windows. Seems like they have tons of windows. Tons of these kind of cast iron farm sinks. gonna go downstairs and see how Bandit likes these stairs. And downstairs it's mostly more window parts, mostly like just sashes and forget what these are called, not window blinds, shutters. So all kinds of shutters. If you're looking for those, and most of these are green, so I bet a lot of these came from nearby Dartmouth College and some of their renovations. Windows, window screens, that sort of thing. Look at these wooden beams that are used to hold up this old building. It's definitely from the 1800s, not sure exactly when, but it seems like it's in pretty good structural shape. It obviously could use a rehab, but for what they're using it for, just storing stuff, I think that's fine. And Bandit is on the scent of something, and there's some scat down here. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Maybe like a raccoon or squirrel. Probably not a squirrel, but I have no idea. Let me know what you think. It's interesting because down here it's a dirt floor, and then they've got some wood over it, and then just this, I think it's just a cardboard covering over it. It must be just to keep things from getting stuck in the cracks of that old wood. But just again, I think one of the coolest things about this building is you don't often get to go inside these train depot buildings from the olden days and look around kind of on your own. Usually it'd be just a feature. So here again is that cardboard it looks like they covered up the floor with, and more windows. So they must take in a lot of windows. They must sell a lot of windows because that's the bulk of what they have in the building. And we've got this elevator, equipment elevator that I think is functional. There's a few of them in here. Must be what they used to move things from upstairs to downstairs when this was functioning as a train depot. Nice cast iron tub. They must have brought that down on the elevator, I'm sure. And then trying to get an idea of what this building and how it was utilized in the olden days. What would have gone on down here. It looks like storage, maybe refrigerated or cold storage, since this was, I think, a grocery warehouse originally. So some more windows, sashes, I guess you would call those, and we're gonna head back upstairs. Some old info from produce information, maybe from when they would store stuff down here. So we'll go back up this staircase, see how Bandit enjoys it. He's not always the happiest going up these new staircases, but he will make it. He's getting a lot of good sniffs around here, and it's dog friendly, obviously. I wouldn't bring him in if there wasn't a sign saying your dog's welcome. So again, just looking around, the old phone booth, it's pretty neat. And we'll see if we can find our way up to the third floor. It's not the spiral staircase, there's a real staircase, but here we go, going up to the second floor. Second floor. We were in the basement, now this is the first floor, main level. It's like a water fountain from a golf center. stained glass. I got some stained glass in my building that I would like to utilize, but I just don't know if it's going to be functional since those windows don't open, so I might bring them by here. A lot of the materials that I don't end up using I'm going to bring here, and I don't know how they usually get their stuff. It probably is donated, but I might ask if they want to do some trades where I could trade one of these stained glass windows that looks like they're pricing it pretty high in the thousands for some of them, so maybe I could get some credit to trade for a window that'll open and be useful for me. So up here looks like table parts, chair parts, banisters. There's the railroad out there, still used. You saw the train or heard the train earlier when I was outside. But again, just really love walking through and seeing all this old stuff, but also the old construction. And we've got hardwood floors, we've got high ceilings, a lot of beams supporting it. If you're looking for something to outfit an old house or do a rebuild kind of like I am, they've got a lot of good parts. They've got these columns, wooden columns, actually pretty lightweight. I'd never seen one of those. So looks like door parts, door frame parts. So just keep walking through, and feel free to pause the video and rewind it. If you see something that's of interest, comment below. I go here, I've only been here a couple times. It's not too far out of my way, but I feel like I have a good idea of what they have now. So if I'm looking for something, I can come back and try to find it. And also this video will be helpful where I can look back through it and kind of jog my memory. Some old sinks. Got a little bit of everything, and pretty impressive with everything they have. Imagine all the labor to just kind of move all these things in and out of the building. I think they only have a couple employees at this place, and it's not the most convenient place. If you've ever been to downtown White River Junction, it's kind of a weird layout with one-way streets, not a lot of room for trucks. So be concerned trying to get like my enclosed trailer backed up to their loading dock if I do buy anything large, but people do it all the time, so it must be possible. So I think I need to come through here with some measurements. I'm gonna need some windows, some doors. I was wondering if they had any lumber. It's another elevator. So, some old pine siding or anything like that I could use, but it seems like it's not a lot of that stuff around. So I think that's the White River Junction train station. Pretty sure. Right next door. Metal grates. Interesting kind of barn door slider there. It's actually part of the building. I don't think it's for sale. Although this is the kind of place where if you want something, they'll probably make a deal with you no matter what it is, as long as it's not structural. So this is all clawfoot tub parts. Legs for clawfoot tubs, it looks like. Some more windows and doors. These windows actually, although they're painted kind of a weird green color, look like those could work well in my building. And so what I'd be looking for is at least a set of two. Please subscribe and like and comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.